Are we live? Waiting. It's not. Here it comes. It's coming live on YouTube. And it's coming live right here to you. Hello, everybody. It's Sunday Skool.
Hello.
Yay. I'm here with Angela. This is what, episode 8 or 9? I don't even know. Episode 9.
It says 9. It says 9 up
Episode
there.
9, Create, Heal, Shine. Listen to that. That's wonderful. Sunday Skool with a K, as you can see here on my shirt. SKOOL. It's the hot new platform for community, for creators, for collaborating, for networks, for monetizing something you love, for sharing your knowledge, for sharing your learning, for coming together and growing as people in this wild world. It's exciting, it's new, it's thriving, and I've met so many incredible people. But first, let me introduce myself. For those of you that don't know, I'm Wendy S. Wiseman of Wiseman Integrative, based in Folsom, California, serving globally here online, taming the tensions of modern living with simple strategies, which I present daily in the show Taming Your Tension Today. I am passionate about creating a better world together as happier, healthier humans. And we do that by choosing to be happier and healthier, come what may, day by day. And as we know, it's not always easy, this thing called life. So practicing these tools, tips, and techniques is key to having them at your disposal, to making them a part of you so that you can roll through with more joy, with fun, loving freedom, and spreading love, compassionate, loving kindness towards self and others. I could roll on like that effervescent, but we're here with Angela, who's had quite a journey, and she's going to tell us a little bit about that. You can join my communities down here across the bottom. Angela is one of the members of the WOW Network, Women of Wellness. Some are wellness business owners. All of us are interested in wellness in life and business. So if you're interested in that, come join us. I'm going to make that caption thing go away so that we can focus on Angela today. Her group is called Create, Heal, Shine. We're here for episode number 9, Create, Heal, Shine. And if you know me, if you've been in my world, you know I love alliteration and acronyms and things. So take it away, Angela. Tell us a little bit
Wendy,
about
you're
yourself.
so fun. Holy moly. I love that intro. Wow. You're really polished. I'm definitely not that polished.
Practice.
Especially at this time of the morning.
That was my first sip of coffee I just had too. So that was coffeeless.
I know, me too. I've only had a sip of cup. So I'm Angela. Hi, I'm so grateful to Wendy. Thank you so much for having me. I'm delighted to be here. Happy to, share a bit about my story and some stuff. I'm a coach. I help women who are navigating and struggling through unexpected life challenges or unexpected life crises and need support through that. And I'm a professional counselor and coach, and that's what I love to do. And I'm so grateful to be at this point in my life where I can be back doing what I love, because I had to have a really crazy long break. Unplanned.
Unpleasant.
Unplanned break, to put it mildly. Yes. Yeah. So you want me to tell them a bit about my story? Or
well, what brought you to school? And then that can drift into the backstory, that unplanned, unpleasant break.
Sure. What's really funny is that when I first was on YouTube looking at, I want to start a membership, I started Googling things on YouTube and I found Skool, and it was like all these testosterone filled men on there, and I thought, this isn't for me. This isn't the right vibe. Like, it's just like, no, this seems just like guys and like just digital marketers and whatnot.
Right.
And then I thought, but I really, really like the idea of how it functions and everything. And so, because I had signed up and I was like scrolling through and I thought, this would be so amazing. I could put things in the classroom and I could have community support and everything could be in one place and I wouldn't have to buy this and this and this and this. And so I thought, I'm going to go for it. And if nobody joins, then whatever. So I joined, I started my membership, and then I started perusing around through the communities, and I found all these amazing women and men, but so many beautiful like entrepreneurial groups and so many other amazing like health groups and healing groups and journaling groups and all the things that I like. And I thought, oh, this is amazing. Now I'm going to actually have to like not tame my tension, but tame my like whole life of trying to like refocus and get back to like streamline and not join a million of these places because I'm so overwhelmed. So it was really fun. And I just found this amazing community of people that are so supportive. And I met so many fun humans that it was the best decision I ever made.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I remember I'd kind of seen Skool and Sam Ovens. I wasn't really that familiar with Sam Ovens and his work. And then I got the email about Hormozi going all in on the Skool, and I kind of looked at it but couldn't deal with it right then. And I was on an H7 networking call, and Danny Del Vecchio said he was pulling back from leading that team to focus on his Skool community. And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. And I went into Danny's group, and then I got an email from Evelyn, Evelyn Weiss. And I was like, oh yes, absolutely. And I've been all in since February. I've been doing that intellectual learning smorgasbord of deliciousness and diversity and learning so much to help others now grow. And that's why I started the show, is to bring people like you here to share your journey and your insights and inspire others as the platform as a whole expands. And
yeah, that's so cool. And I've had so much fun growing the community, and to my shocking, people are loving it, and women are like pouring in and coming in and being a community, being like feeling supported, having a space that they know is safe. And for me and my kind of area of expertise is private. I made sure it was like a private group, so it wasn't public and it wasn't like visible. So you could feel safe in there and post whatever you want and know that it stays within the community. And I also use that community to put in special things that I don't host anywhere else or I don't offer anywhere else, because then it can be like, it's something special. It gives people a reason to go to it, and because there's only things in there. But yeah, it's been so fun, and I just have to like reel myself in sometimes, because you could spend hours in there and just get lost in all the fun and talk and chat and resources.
And actually connect with people, right?
Yeah.
Actually connect with people. It's so nice, and no ads in your face and no algorithm censoring, and actually seeing the posts that people make and being able to respond.
Yeah.
So getting on live calls, I'm in love with it. Obviously, I love it so much that I'm sharing with the world. So yeah, you want to tell us a little bit more about what motivated your helping women, especially get through tough times?
Sure.
How to show up as happier, healthier humans, come what may, even when it's deep dismay.
Yeah. Well, I went through some crazy health issues in the last couple of years, and I actually I was really sick for a long time and couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. And, I'd beat myself up about it. Oh, you're out of shape. You're this, you're that. And talking to myself in a way that I normally wouldn't talk, but I went through so much for so long and no one would listen to me. And I felt so unheard. And no matter how many times I went to the doctor or the emergency, nothing happened. They wouldn't listen. And they just basically treated me like some hypochondriac. And I went into my own kind of emotional turmoil over this and anyway, after not listening to me for so long, all hell broke loose and I ended up being flown to a big, huge hospital, like 8 hours away. And they diagnosed me with a very rare form of terminal cancer. And because of that cancer, it attacks your organs and it turns your organs like rock hard. And so I was in heart failure, and imagine being in end of stage heart failure and no one's taking you seriously. So it was really brutal.
Women, right?
Yeah, you're the wrong sex. You're the wrong age. You're the wrong this, you're the wrong that. No, nothing could be. You don't have that in your family. So nothing can be wrong with you. And so I'm not going to get into all the crazy details. It was like mentally exhausting, but it just ended up, I ended up having to have a heart transplant because of my heart was so damaged, so bad that I only had like very short time to live. So I'm so grateful to my organ donor, and I'm just so grateful. And one amazing thing that came out of this is that they filmed everything. The Knowledge Network TV channel filmed everything, and it's being turned into a documentary that's coming out in November. So that's really excited. And I'm in episode 2. Ooh. So come on and watch it. It's pretty brutal though, and it is an emotional roller coaster. But so we're going down for the premiere of this, and we're going to get to watch it before everybody else. And I'm going to be speaking on another panel about some stuff that I'll post too in the group. But all of this chaos, when I was able to be a functioning again and be clear-headed from all the drugs and the medications, and I mean I'm on a lot of medication, but for the rest of my life, but it's more of like anti-rejection medication and all of that. So there is tons of that, but nothing that affects my mind anymore. Yeah. So I'm just like, oh, hallelujah. So then basically what I wanted to do was, what can I do how can I go back into counseling, but share this message of hope, and that other people can make it through anything hard. We can make it through hard stuff. I mean, look at everybody, we can make it through. We can get through. We just have to change our thoughts and our thinking. So how can I share this? So that's why I came over to school and opened up the community. And I thought, this is the perfect place to connect and bring people. Oh, that's so nice. Whoever said hallelujah. Yes, hallelujah.
Marcy, yes.
Yeah, so now I'm just sharing my message and using my counseling tools and resources and everything, and coaching women now to work through all their struggles: anxiety, self-doubt, unworthiness, procrastination, productivity, creativity, because I'm a super creative person, and I feel like bringing that energy back into your life, and nature and journaling and all this is so powerful. And so I used all these tools to be able to save myself, basically, because when you're in that mindset, you can stay in that mindset of like, I'm sick, I'm this, I'm that. And I don't live that way. I just believe that I'm through that. And I'm just so grateful to be here and be able to help other people now. So I'm super excited about it. And yeah, it's just so fun. And I'm just grateful in the morning to wake up, because there was nights where I'd lay in bed and my husband would wonder if I was going to wake up or not, because I would have to sleep sitting up for 2 years. So It was nuts. So happy.
It's tough. What a story of resilience, perseverance, and what a blessing. Donors really are magical. I'm a donor on my card. Hopefully,
Yay! Oh, I'm so happy.
I have been ever since I could drive. Um, but I think it's just so important to give back. And I love that you're helping others because it is a practice, right? It's so easy to get sucked into the woe is me when our lives really aren't that bad. Our very privileged lives, we can get so sucked up into, oh, it's so miserable until we check ourselves and see that it's not so bad. I mean, I talk about this a lot because of the mission, the decision, the choice, and now the mission to help others, to remind myself, because we're wired for automatic negative thinking. I mean, even the Dalai Lama admits that he has those thoughts. It's just they drift on by. You shoo the ants away. You don't let them drag you down.
Yeah. Don't step on the train.
And yeah, if Viktor Frankl could do it in the Holocaust camps, if Nelson Mandela could do it in the prison, if people like you or my friend Lydia or other people who have had terminal diagnoses can come through and heal and rise and shine and serve as reminders, beacons of light to others that it'll be all right. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a lot what I teach in my group too, is, and in general, whatever workshops and this and that I'm putting on, is taking 100% responsibility for your life and not allowing yourself to become a victim to your circumstance.
Mm-hmm. And that can be hard with social media, sowing the seeds of dismay and division, the divisiveness.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
because you're always looking at, oh, I'm not enough. I should look like this. I need to eat like this. I need to act like this. I need to say these things.
Right.
And it's crazy.
And then the algorithm segments it on what you usually watch and the views that you choose, and then it reinforces those views, and the divisiveness gets created even deeper. But I love school is so diverse, and there have been so many wonderful conversations that just get deep into it without all of that drama and trolling and stuff.
Yeah.
So let me go ahead and show folks your community. Boom. I have to click this other button. I always forget sometimes. Because it opens the window, and then I've been like talking about everything I'm sharing. When it's like this, I'm not sharing because I didn't do this. Click that button.
Oh yeah, come on over.
Wait, where are we? There it is. Let's see. Let's make it big again. Look at all these views we have to choose from. There we are in the little corner. Here's her group. Yes, it is wonderful. You can come and check it out in school. And
can I say one thing, Wendy?
You can say whatever you want. That's what we're here for.
This is not for people who you do not have to go through cancer or transplant or anything. This is for anyone experiencing unexpected life challenges. Maybe you're going through a divorce. Maybe you're going through a custody battle. Maybe you've had a health issue. Maybe you've have relationship issues. Maybe you have whatever problem or issue. Maybe you're having issues with your children. It can be anything that's keeping you stuck, anything that is keeping you from moving. If you're finding yourself not being able to move forward, like towards your big goals and dreams, stuff that's holding you back, thoughts and behaviors and triggers and patterns and things like that. So it's all about that, being lost, overwhelmed. We talk a lot about productivity, processing emotions, and a lot of mental health. And and you know what? Once a month, I just started this new thing. I'm calling it the Clubhouse. And it's like a productivity crafting day where we're going to talk all about Like, it's just like a fun, happy coffee chat where we get together and then we'll all work on a project of whatever our choice is of at home, whatever we want to work on. It could be on the computer. It could be
Creative clubhouse
crochet.
call.
You could be,
Look
yeah,
at that.
it could be painting something, or just something you want to do that you haven't made enough time for yourself with. You can carve out like 45 minutes or an hour to work on something that you've really been putting off, and it's kind of, it's just a chatty call. And so
like a co-working, but with a creative edge.
Exactly. Yeah, and it doesn't have. Oh yeah. Oh, that starts tomorrow. So
tomorrow, that's why we're here today, is to promote this.
Tomorrow.
Wonderful. Let me snag this link here so we can share. Tell us a little bit more about, let me switch to this one, share this tab instead. Yes, break free from the patterns. There we go. That should be it. Yes, tell us. And yeah, I'm going to grab the link so people can sign up.
Okay. I'd be happy to tell you about this. So it's a 3-day workshop, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's from 6 to 7:30 p.m. We may go longer. Sometimes we do. If anyone knows me. So it is a journaling based workshop where you're going to do some deep reflection on yourself, and we're going to be talking, and I'm going to teach a bit. I teach a bit on the topic, and then we get into journaling, and we'll do like a guided exercise or meditation or something, and but I'll do at the beginning a bit of teaching on the topic, and it's all about the emotional clutter and what holds you back from actually getting and achieving all the things that you really want to do. Because in my life, I've always been a kind of a high achiever, and like my family used to call me, like my nickname when I was younger was Little Martha. My aunt and grandma used to call me this, and it was so funny because I was just like, I was doing everything. I was like crafting and baking and cooking and doing this and working and running this and having a business and doing this. And I would just, I had all these things always going on the burner, like a million things. And over the years, I found that actually creates a lot of emotional clutter, because when you're multi-passionate like me, you want to do all the things and you have all these ideas, and if you don't do them, you feel like you're going to forget them. And writing it down isn't the same as like just when you get that creative spark, right? You got to take action. And I think that I had to learn how to reel myself in to be more productive and focus on some things and get them done. And so this is going to be all about really understanding, like we're going to skim over some emotional trauma and stuff like that and how it affects your life. We're going to get way more into the deep stuff in my program, because that's like an intense journey. It's more of like a experience that's coming up in November. But this is basically, workshop is going to help you really work through all of your different emotions and why things are happening, and you're going to learn all about that. So that's going to be really, really interesting. Yeah, lots of insights I think are going to be happening on that one.
Yes, and I have just created this wonderful, this wonderful little QR code for you all to scan. There is a replay of this on whichever platform that you're watching, so you'll be able to go ahead and scan that as well. And Brian, thank you for the thank you. And Marcy, thank you for participating in the comments. Yes, the mind is a hamster wheel of self-defeating patterns.
Oh yeah.
and creating those concrete goals, writing it out. I wrote, I was awake at 3 a.m. with some financial stress that I'm under. And I'm going to tell you about the special offer I released last night in a pop-up Saturday night special show to help with that. But I was writing about choices, and life's all about choices, and we make our choices, and sometimes things happen to us but we have the choice in how we respond, how we react, and how we handle that, right? How we move through. and one of the wonderful ways to do that is to participate in workshops like this, in communities like these, because we need one another, right? The tendency might be to isolate. Many people experienced this a few years ago, that withdrawal, and then the years after the global pandemic, where people were still kind of in that withdrawn aftermath of the trauma and not recognizing the emotions. And so much of this work with journaling and supportive communities have arisen to help us uplift ourselves and uplift others. So I'm so excited about this.
Yeah, because there's so many things we can control. Like when we all went through that crazy time, we felt so out of control, but we forget about the stuff we can control. We can control our thoughts, we can control our actions, and we can control our behaviors, and we can control what we say to other people. And so learning all of these tools and stuff, I'm going to be teaching all about that in the workshop and the program, and how there is some stuff we can control, because all these crazy health things and some family stuff, and there's always going to be so much stuff that's out of our control. But there's so much still that we forget that we can control. And so we can take those things and make them work for us instead of against us.
And be here now. One of the things I talk about every day is just tuning in frequently, pushing pause. I share the 3 keys that you can use to reset anywhere, anytime. And it's simple. You just breathe, smile, and enjoy. Generate some joy. It can be a much longer practice, breathing with the tongue on the roof of the mouth and out through the mouth, or all of these, I love lion's breath. You can turn it into a bigger practice depending on what you need, but it can also be just a quick reset like that. And the more often we remember to practice this, the more it becomes automatic. So coming together and building these skills of resilience and these skills of adaptability, to move through the tough times that are coming, because they're coming. I mean, the universe, life presents us challenges so that we may grow. And it isn't always pleasant, this we know.
Yeah, exactly.
But on with the show, right?
Yeah, when people ask you, hey, how are you? How are you? A lot of us say, oh, I'm fine. I'm fine, and we push, we're just such liars that we push all of this around, and we think they don't care, they don't want to hear anything. And maybe they do, and maybe they don't. But we still, we say all these things, and we tell ourselves all these stories, and we make up all these, we embellish things in our mind and that's what I'm going to talk about. Because if you guys, the people that know me, I'm going to be telling you guys the truth. And if you could take my stuff, you're going to hear like a sermon happening. So if you come, prepare to be awakened, because you're going to be taking 100% of your responsibility for your life from that point on. And if not, you'll click off, because if we can't take accountability for what we're thinking and doing, how can we change that? Mm-hmm. It's so important, because so many of us are like, okay, because you could be like an overdoer, or you can be when stress hits, when you're in crisis, when your emotions are crazy, like you said, you're up, we lose sleep. We're sometimes overthinkers, we're overdoing things, or we go into a mode where we're underdoing it. Some people like crawl in a hole and go under their covers and don't want to come out. And other people run around and clean the whole house. And that would be me. I'd be the overdoer, right? Like I gotta
static energy.
Yeah. And I'm gonna show you how to kind of wrangle all of this in and get that inner control, so that you can create new habits and behaviors for yourself that are going to make you kind of so you're not constantly doing something, getting in your flow and falling off the wagon, or getting in your flow and then losing track. Mm-hmm. Everybody gets in and out of the flow. You can't stay in that flow state forever. You can't stay in that high of, yes, everything's working out and it's all doing good and amazing. Everybody, you hit things, you get a call, you get a piece of mail, you get something happens in your family, or you go on a holiday. You can go on something positive. You can go on a holiday and you come back and you're just lost. You don't even know where you left off, what you were working on, So it's all about getting the tools
and building the skills. Right?
Yeah, building the skills.
I talk about this a lot too, because people are like, happy, healthy humans. I'm like, hold on. Happier, healthier humans. We're not in that Pollyanna, oh, hi. And the I'm fine, oh, how are you? I'm fine. Hi, how are you? I'm fine. That's a trigger for me. I've started, I've had to navigate that from losing my mother and then my father, and the automaton robotic way. People are just like, how are you? I'm fine. What's going on? Oh, nothing much. So now people ask me and I'm just like, I'm wonderfully Wendy. And
that's a really nice statement.
Because, for a while I was challenging people to ask a different question, ask it in a different way, actually connect instead of doing this automaton thing, because you never know what somebody's going through. And that simple question could be the trigger that sent me to tears sometimes. Or just so insensitive that I had clients that would ask me 3 times on the walk down the hallway to the room for the service. It's so detached. People are just so detached from it. I'm like, make it more authentic. And that's a lot of what we're doing here on Skool. I mean, there's several women doing very similar things to what you and I are doing. And we all have our own unique flair, right? Helping to really develop these tools and these skills. So there's somebody out there for everybody, because not everybody's for everybody. I'm not for everybody, that's for darn sure. I mean, I just had my dog walking around. That's what I was doing when you saw me doing that weird thing. Max came in because of our energy when we were talking about that frantic cleaning and static. He's very attracted to that. But it's so wonderful that so many people are learning and sharing and growing together with these tools to become more resilient and adaptable, to become better versions of our being in this life. So.
Yeah, exactly. And this workshop's free, just so you know.
Yes, absolutely free workshop, folks. Check it out. I think
there's not many spots left.
That was my next question.
Yeah, there's almost all the spots are gone. So
get it now. Today.
Hop on. It's going to be fun.
Sign up now. All right. And I'm just going to go ahead and do a little plug for what I announced. This is an absolutely incredible offer that ends today. I'm doing for 5 people to hop in, get the full 3650 program of Revitalized Mastery, the Mastery Path, 12-week personalized programming. I come at things as a neuromuscular myofascial therapist and certified health coach, behavior change specialist. We do breakthrough coaching to get to the root of subconscious limiting behaviors. We do actual physical assessment and pain-free movement programming. There's videos and things, and we really just stop addressing the symptoms, reveal the root cause, so that once we've identified the source, you can actually have a solution instead of just a quick fix that doesn't last. So that you're continually looking for the next thing because you're falling off track or getting derailed or only get temporary results. They've got you in the loop of, you'll need another shot in 6 months, or you'll just be on these prescriptions. But there's other ways to move through life. And if you'd like to learn more, hop on a call with me, connect.wisewithwendy.com, connect.wisewithwendy.com. Oh, it's a different tab for me. There it is. Boom. Hop on a call today. I've opened my schedule to talk to people. So there's only 5 seats at this absolutely incredible offer, saving you thousands on not just the program that's $36.50 for a year of access, because it's a mastery path. We're creating these lifelong practices. And one day in the hospital in California is over $3,700, just basic stay. So you're saving yourselves not only thousands of dollars on this journey, but thousands of dollars throughout your lifetime on healthcare expenses. So there's my plug. There it is. I'm going to make it go away, and then we're going to have your tidbit, your kernel of wisdom and knowledge for the people to take away today as we go through our wonderful weekend. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. Boom, there we are. Ha!
Awesome. Oh my goodness. Well, that's awesome. So, okay, so if this sounds like you and you feel you resonate with kind of my group vibe and everything, I want to invite you guys to join me in Pain to Purpose program. You can hear more about that after the workshop. I'll bring that up in the workshop and offer you to immerse yourself in it. It's kind of like an experience. It's going to be awesome. It's called Pain to Purpose. So I'm excited about that. And your thing looks awesome, Wendy. So what do I want to leave them with? Oh my goodness. So many choices.
Yeah, right?
Well,
how long do I have?
I think that the main thing that's so key is that our human brain loves to create stories around everything. And the whole program is geared towards rewriting your story. And that's what I want to leave you with, is that you have the power within you to create your future through how you think about it. So if you feel like disconnected and just unhappy with the way that things are and you're really struggling and stuck, just change your story about things. Try thinking about things in a different light and just create some new story about yourself that is empowering and motivating. And then you can move forward within that. And as you, like with anything, you train your mind long enough, you'll train the thoughts. And the thoughts will become your new pattern, because you have to break those old conditional default thinking patterns in order to create new ones. And you can't create new ones if we keep falling back into those old ones. So we have to keep going on the new ones and imprinting those patterns in our minds so that they'll stick. And slowly over time, it does work. You can tell yourself a new story. You can tell yourself a story about, that's why I told myself a story. I told myself a story that I'm healed and that I have an amazing life and that I have the ability to still do whatever I want. I might have to, yes, I had to create a new identity for myself, but I have to do things in a different way. But how am I going to do that now? I can do that in a different way. I might not be able to have all this crazy energy of like a 16-year-old, but I can still do things in my way. I can still learn how to do new things. I can still try new stuff. I just have to tell myself a different story about it. So if you're struggling, tell yourself a new story and make a new future and start on a new direction. It's all up to you.
I love that. Change the script. Rewrite the story. Get curious, get playful. And yeah, lighten your load. So that's so wonderful.
You move all the time. Movement is key too. Movement is life. You know, like staying moving around and balancing that with times of stillness and inner reflection. Huge. Huge. That's what I do.
Training yourself every minute of every day, right? Not just when you're in the gym or on the mat. Not just when you're doing those things that you're supposed to do, your healthy to-dos. We both are helping ourselves and others integrate these behaviors so they become a part of you instead of more things on your to-do, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Totally. Move through. Oh, what a wonderful episode, Angela. I'm definitely going to hook you up with a couple of my other friends for their podcast. Kim does one called How Now, and you just brought that right out, like how now? We've gone through this. How do I go through now? And some others. It's really been a pleasure. I'm looking forward to your workshop and growing together with you in the Women of Wellness community.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Wendy. I really appreciate it.
Yes. And everybody, have a wonderful, wonderful day, whatever day it is, wherever you are. Choose to make it a great day the wise way. You can do that at one of my groups down here or scanning this here. And that's a great way to find Angela as well on the platform School. This has been Sunday School. We're keeping it cool. Yay!